Yesterday we got the confirmation of the long-awaited and long-teased event of the Resistance event in World War II. It's something that's going to be coming this Tuesday, going to be lasting for about 4 weeks, and then we end up getting in that a lot of different cool things in the way of DLC weapons, new modes and events, other cool things like that, all thrown about throughout the event, and it's going to be something that I think is going to be enjoyable. I quite enjoyed Winter Siege, and we're going to be having another one like this, though of course we won't be having the snowfall in our headquarters or anything, which is kind of a bummer, at least in my books. I enjoyed that aesthetic, but regardless, that's just my thoughts. But we're gonna be getting some different cosmetic changes to the headquarters and everything like that. But all in all, what are we gonna be getting as a core of this? Well, today we actually ended up getting the actual schedule for the entire 4-week events of the Resistance event within World War II. So while DLC comes out a week later, the event itself across the board for everybody on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, not just those that will be getting DLC a week later on PlayStation 4, but the entirety of the event across all platforms. Everything was laid out in front of us, so we're gonna be detailing that here for you guys in this video and let you guys know exactly what you have to look forward to coming up starting this Tuesday. Quick little heads up though, this is gonna be structured very similar to how we did the last couple of videos in terms of talking about the event updates during Winter Siege, so if you guys remember those videos at all, we're gonna be running it down in a very similar fashion. So let's start out with the very basics. How are you gonna be able to download this? Is this gonna be something that you need to take time to download, or is it gonna be something that is just a playlist update within the game? Well, unfortunately, the first initial one here that kicks off the entire event, it has to put everything from the event in the game. So in order for that to happen, it's gonna be tied in with a patch that comes out on the 23rd as well, this coming Tuesday, in which it's probably going to be a couple of gigabytes in size. So that said, if you have some slower internet or you don't have the best internet connection, it might take you a little bit of time to download and install this one, but fortunately, moving forward, everything else for the next couple of weeks, those weekly updates will only be playlist updates to the point where you don't have to download anything. It'll just kick you out of a game, say a new playlist update is available, and then take about 30 seconds maybe to download and install that little playlist update. Then it'll say you need to restart your game, to which it does that once again another 30 seconds. And all in all, it's a much faster process than that of downloading an actual patch, which you're gonna have to do for this first one. Now, of course, we end up getting the event itself, but also some different fixes like the spectator bug issue that's gonna be taken out of the way, and a lot of other things that's gonna be tied in with this patch. So hopefully it shouldn't be anything that really should put too much of a sour taste in your mouth, because you get this full event afterwards, plus also a bunch of different fixes and everything coming in there. And also, one cool thing, a little mention, because we're talking about the patch itself, Paint Shop and Emblem Editor, the ability to create paint shops and upload and share that kind of stuff, has been confirmed by Conjure to be coming with the Resistance event as a permanent staple and consistent thing through World War II the rest of the year. So finally, that's going to be coming in, that's going to be tied in also, but we're getting a little bit off topic, coming back to it now a little bit. Once again, this first initial one is going to require a patch, but everything else past is not going to until we end up having the end of the event where it's going to need a patch to take everything out. But as for the contents, let's start out with what a lot of people probably focus on, that being the different collections and the weapons included within them. So we talked about yesterday in the breakdown of the trailer and everything that we're going to be getting Resistance-themed supply drops, very similar to how we had Winter Siege supply drops in the Winter Siege event. All the rare supply drops are going to be taken out and instead replaced with the Resistance supply drops. So while that includes the orders, contracts, and the supply drops you can actually buy, I'm curious if it's going to end up being changed a little bit further, because last event with Winter Siege, we ended up having the rank-based supply drops, and the ones after action that you'd get randomly, those were still regular supply drops. So I'm hoping that those supply drops are taken a step further, in which you can still end up earning even more out of those regards, because I'd love to get even more chances to get things out of the Resistance collection, but those really do help a lot. Those probably add on a good maybe 20 a week or so, but I guess we'll have to wait and see with that one. But with Resistance supply drops coming in, that means we're going to have a third section now for content, that being the Operation Overlord collection, and then we also have the Winter Siege collection, and then the Resistance collection, which will have a bunch of exclusive Resistance items that you can grind out or buy with armory credits, everything like that. So it's going to include things like the Volkstrom Gewehr, the Orso, the Combat Knife, and the Walther P38, and probably one collection item in terms of customization for each new division. I'm not entirely sure if we'll see one specifically for the new Resistance division, but that leaves us on the table with probably about 8 to 10 different collections that you can end up getting out of the Resistance items, with once again probably about 6 to 8 for each collection item. So anywhere in the grand total of like around 80 items total, but you'll have the chance to get all those once again, probably one item for each resistance supply drop guaranteed from the resistance collection, and then we'll also probably have bribes coming in at any point in time during this throughout, and so of course you can just grind out even more coming in the next couple of weeks. Now, one thing that I'm definitely going to make sure that I do is I'm gonna totally not slack off on any of these, because that was my thing last time. I had like some spurts of great grinding where I'd get a ton of supply drops, open them all up, make some good headway on the collections, but then I'd kind of forget about it the next couple of days, and then I'd be like, wow, I actually missed half a week. And that time really does start to add up. I did it a couple of times during the event, so I'm gonna hope to not do that coming up soon, but we'll see how well it works out and everything. But regardless, the next big thing I want to talk about is the calendar, because once again, that's the big thing here, the new piece that is revealed to everybody starting today. So firstly, one thing that I want to start off the bat by saying is that we end up getting free gifts once again through each week, but it doesn't really specify if it's a weekly thing as compared to the last one. It doesn't have each individual day. It almost kind of looks like it's at first glance one per day because it's just only listed once, but that would be my guess that it's only one per week, falling in line with what we had with the Winter Siege event as well. So for January 23rd to January 29th, the first week, you end up getting one free resistance supply drop. There's going to be a double XP event and double XP for weapons in all modes across the board. It's going to be that inaugural week essentially, and kicking it off with double XP on everything, not just featured playlist, but then we also get the weekly orders of play 25 matches demolition, get 30 long range kills, and get 100 kills with a pistol. With daily orders of win 5 matches of demolition, plant 3 bombs in demolition, get 35 kills in demolition, defuse 1 bomb in demolition, win 5 matches of demolition, plant the bomb 3 times in demolition, and get 35 kills in demolition. So you can probably guess what the featured playlist is going to be, that of course being demolition 24/7. So these ones for each day will fall in line with what is the featured playlist. It falls in that category of the week 1 challenges being a lot more so focused towards demolition. The contracts, however, though, are pretty much the same all the way across the board, save for 1 week, so this will knock that out very easily. We end up getting 35 kills in any mode, 35 kills with a pistol, 55 kills in war, 5 headshots in domination, 30 kills in the resistance division, and 5 headshots in team deathmatch. So once again, that's going to be saving us some repetitive nature, because that doesn't end up changing up until the 4th week, because then we see a very slight change just because gun game returns at that point. But like mentioned, the featured playlist is demolition 24/7, but that brings us to January 30th and into February 5th for week 2. You end up getting once again another free supply drop. Double XP events for this week will end up being double division XP for all modes across the board and double XP in zombies. Then you have the weekly orders of complete 30 matches to earn a 2 times resistance bribe, so you end up getting once again those bribes coming back, and you get 2 of them just for completing 30 matches. Then you can end up getting 100 kills with a tactical knife in resistance division and 30 headshots with a pistol. The daily orders then end up being 30 kills in the resistance division, 25 kills with a tactical knife, 35 kills with a pistol, 5 multi-kills with the pistol, 30 kills in the resistance division, 25 kills with the tactical knife, and 35 kills with the pistol. Again, the contracts are the same, and there's actually no featured playlist for this week, which I find kind of odd, but that leads us into the 3rd week on the calendar, to which you once again can get your weekly supply drop for free. Then we have a double XP event of zombies double XP, only in zombies, nowhere else, which is kind of unfortunate for those people that really just rely on playing multiplayer. They don't go too far off into zombies, but for Nazi zombies, guys, that's 2 weeks in a row, and you guys definitely, I think, do deserve some extra XP because you don't get all that much throughout the year other than DLC content. But other than that, you have the weekly orders of play 25 matches of prop hunts, then you get 20 multi-kills for another one, and you can get 200 kills in the resistance division, all for, once again, resistance supply drops for rewards. The daily orders then end up being to kill 10 props, survive 5 rounds as a prop, and to win 5 matches as a prop, then on to win a round as a prop without changing props, killing 10 props, surviving 5 rounds as a prop, and winning 5 matches of prop hunt. The contracts, once again, stay the same, but that also gives away what our featured playlist is because of those daily orders. Prop Hunts is coming to World War II as the Week 3 playlist, starting February 6th, going to February 12th. So that's one that you definitely want to take advantage of. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that, especially with Raven's involvement with Modern Warfare Remastered and World War II, seeing that just cross over, I think it's going to be done fantastically. So I'm definitely really excited for that one, but that's going to move us into the 4th week, in which we end up, once again, getting our weekly supply drop, the weekly orders of completing 100 matches. Then you can end up getting 75 kills with a tac knife in the Resistance Division, and to play 25 25 matches of gun game, with of course all the daily orders then revolving around gun game, in which you need to get 25 kills, win 3 matches, get 3 multi-kills, get a setback on an enemy 5 times in gun game, and then it starts the rotation over of getting 25 kills, win 3 matches, and to get 3 multi-kills in gun game. Now, of course, the contracts, once again, for the first time are all changed up just slightly. You end up having everything being the same, except for you can end up also getting 70 kills in gun game as a contract in place of getting 5 headshots in team deathmatch. Now, once again, the featured playlist is going to be gun game, but this time with triple feed XP, meaning you get double XP, double weapon XP, and 2 times division XP. Though, if I remember correctly from the Winter Siege event, there was something in which double division XP actually didn't track because you didn't have a set division for gun game. So I don't know if that's going to be something that is fixed and corrected for this time around, but I guess we'll see. And the final week of the Resistance event ends up giving you, once again, 1 more free supply drop, a triple feed XP giving you double XP, double weapon XP, and 2 times division XP, plus zombies XP for the entirety of the event across all modes. Then you can end up, once again, having your weekly orders of playing 25 matches of prop hunts, 200 kills in the Resistance division, and 100 kills with a pistol, and the daily orders being that of what they were within week 3, in accordance with prop hunts returning. Then you also, once again, have all of the different contracts staying the same, and the featured playlists are prop hunt with double XP, and also bomb mosh pit, which is demolition and S&D plus double XP. So you're gonna have a lot of cool stuff here on the table for everything in terms of this. Butcher returns, we end up having the cosmetic changes, we have new weapons coming, we have new game modes coming, all this good stuff, and of course we now have it finally laid out to all of us when we can exactly jump on for what exactly we want to see. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I think that this event has a lot of potential. Maybe it might even outdo Winter Siege in my books. I'm really excited for this. I love prop hunts. I love demolition. Definitely awesome getting 2 featured brand new playlists in World War II compared to what we had just the one being gun game within World War II. But I guess we'll see in time how well it works. But it launches this Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I believe 6 p.m. GMT. So if you guys are interested, make sure you stick it right here on the channel, not only, but also on World War II, so you don't miss a single thing. So that said, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What would you guys like to see here out of this, or are you guys super happy with what we have laid out in the calendar already for this event? Love to get your thoughts and feedback on this, so anything you guys want to leave me, feel free to. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding World War II. The Resistance event is gonna be a ton of fun. I'm excited to grind it out. Hopefully you guys are as well. But if you guys want to stay up to date with all of it, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected outside of YouTube. I practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said, now I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Mine is an espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.